Hammer hits Sussex head. Justice Samuel Alito flings mud at Harry over blistering speech in Rome. Prince Harry has been publicly mocked by a U.S. Supreme Court judge during an event held in Rome. Justice Samuel Alito hit out at the Duke of Sussex days after the royal criticized the overturning of the Roe v. Wade ruling which, since 1973, had granted abortion rights across the 50 states. Prince Harry, Justice Alito joked, really wounded him with the words chosen in his speech delivered at the United Nations, UN, headquarters on July 18. Speaking in Rome during a conference on religious liberty hosted by the University of Notre Dame Law School, the conservative Catholic judge said in a sarcastic tone, what really wounded me, was when the Duke of Sussex addressed the United Nations and seemed to compare the decision, whose name may not be spoken, with the Russian attack on Ukraine. In a keynote address delivered on Nelson Mandela International Day, the Duke warned the planet is finding itself at a pivotal moment, where people can either be inspired by the South African leader's indomitable spirit and keep on fighting or fall into despair. In one of his more overtly political speeches to date, Harry said, "This has been a painful year in a painful decade. We're living through a pandemic that continues to ravage communities in every corner of the globe. Climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all, the few, weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many, and from the horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States. We are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom, the cause of Mandela's life." His speech came a few days after Vogue published a conversation between journalist Jessica Yellin, Meghan Markle and feminist Gloria Steinem on the changes applied to abortion rights by the court. Revealing she had discussed the overturning of Roe v. Wade with Harry, the Duchess of Sussex added, "His reaction last week was guttural, like mine." Meghan also urged people to channel fear into action in the wake of the ruling. Prince Harry was not quite 8 when Andrew Morton's seminal biography about his mother hit the bookshelves in the summer of 1992. Diana, Her True Story, was a publishing sensation, a worldwide bestseller that tore away a carefully curated image of royal happiness to reveal that the marriage of the Prince and Princess of Wales was a sham. Morton's shattering account of how the public fairy tale had become a private nightmare and how Diana was tormented by her husband's relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles was to have a profound and lasting impact on the royal family. Greeted initially with disbelief and derision, the book rapidly became a classic, not just because of its explosive content but also because of Princess Diana's intimate involvement in its publication. After her death in 1997, Diana was revealed to have been the main source, and a new version of the biography contained an 18,000-word transcript of tape recordings made by the princess in secret to enable Morton to tell her story. 30 years on from that publishing landmark, Diana's son is set to follow in his mother's footsteps with a memoir that is poised to shock the world just as hers did. This time there is no subterfuge. Diana publicly disavowed any cooperation and even distanced herself from some of the author's sources, friends whom she had originally encouraged to help him in the first place. Harry has resorted to no such trickery. He has promised, will be an intimate and heartfelt account of the experiences, adventures, losses and life lessons that have helped shape him. But what does that mean, and, more importantly, what does it mean to the royals whose lives have been damaged by the saga of Harry and Meghan as they once were by the willful Diana? Understandably, there is considerable anxiety in Buckingham Palace circles that Harry, 37, will use the memoir to settle perceived scores with family members and senior courtiers.